Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to talk about 10 best performances of Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson is best recognized for his tough guy attitude, although he's portrayed a wide range of characters throughout his career. Almost every performance by Jackson is worth witnessing. Most people remember him for his action-packed and wisecracking parts, but he's played a wide range of characters throughout his career. It might be a difficult body of work to undertake with so many options. Before starting, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Number 10. Doyle Gipson in Changing Lanes, 2002. Jackson's career has primarily consisted of supporting roles, despite his status as one of the most well-known movie actors of all time. Nonetheless, thanks to his abilities as a scene partner, he shines possibly even brighter than the leads in each of his endeavors. Doyle Gipson is a far cry from Jackson's usual intimidating screen personalities. Yet he has just as much raw strength. An accidental car accident with Ben Affleck's spectacularly unethical lawyer sparks a furious quarrel that threatens to swallow them both. And they're a realistically desperate man who's teetering extremely close to a breaking point in their lives. Although it isn't one of Jackson's most well-known performances, it does demonstrate his breadth as an actor, ranging from sensitive relatability to terrifying intensity. Number 9. Batiste in Eve's Bayou, 1997. Eve's Bayou, another of Jackson's lesser-known films in which he also played the first of his relatively uncommon producing roles, is a classic from an era when the actor gave some of his best film performances. Jackson is the patriarch of a well-to-do family residing in the namesake Louisiana Bayou in the 1960s. Even though he is not the major character in the film, Batiste is no easy role to play, as he is a fascinating and complex man who is equal parts empathetic and egotistical, and the plot itself is unclear about his true nature. Jackson's acting captures this ambivalence perfectly, going easily from affectionate to abusive. Number 8. Mr. Senior Love Daddy in Do the Right Thing, 1989. Mr. Sayer Love Daddy, Jackson's monologuing DJ from Do the Right Thing, appears only briefly in the film. Nonetheless, this performance showcases one of Jackson's best qualities, his ability to pull off a well-placed cameo. Jackson understands how to make a rapid, terrific impact in anything from little roles before he became famous, Goodfellas, Jurassic Park, to bit parts that capitalize on his star image, Kill Bill, Out of Sight, Iron Man. Mr. Sayer Love Daddy, whose soulful interludes sprinkle Do the Right Thing's length, may just represent the pinnacle of his cameoing powers. Number 7. Coach Ken Carter in Coach Carter, 2005. Jackson took a break from his many action franchises to tackle this renowned sports drama, which is now one of his most well-known parts. Coach Carter is unique in another way. It's one of the few films in which he is clearly the protagonist. Jackson imbues the titular basketball coach with wisdom and grace, and the actor's performance continuously transforms the picture into something more inspiring, despite the film's repetitive nature. Number 6. Odell Robbie and Jackie Brown, 1997. If there's one thing this list confirms, it's that Samuel L. Jackson enjoys playing villains. Jackson can play a wide spectrum of nasty characters, from Kingsman to Lakeview Terrace, and make it all look simple. Most of his villains are either cartoonish supervillains, or seem to be having a good time. That is not the case for Odell Robbie, who plays a thug in Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown. Odell's disinterest in committing crimes is alarming, and it stands in stark contrast to the passion with which most of Jackson's protagonists execute their crimes. The sequence in which Odell spends several minutes persuading a friend to assist him, just to turn around and murder him moments later, is quite terrifying. With the exception of Frozone, Jackson has never played a character as icy as this. Number 5. Steven in Django Unchained, 2012. There are many hard discussions to be had about Django Unchained, especially now that it has been released, but Jackson's performance is definitely one of his best. It's a miracle he pulls it off in the way he does, given the unforgiving, complicated character he's given. Steven is a character that is either sad and menacing, and the audience is never sure what to think of him, while Steven is continuously evil from the start. Jackson allows the character's self-hatred to seep through the gaps, allowing him to become sympathetic for a few brief moments. Steven was a difficult line to walk, but Jackson did so admirably. Number 4. Elijah Price in Unbreakable, 2000. In terms of sophisticated performances, Unbreakable, released in 2000, contains some of Jackson's most modest work. Elijah Price is a bit of an enigma for much of the film, but Jackson keeps the mystery alive. Price has had extremely fragile bones from birth, and he's definitely carrying a lot of stress that he's bottled up so tightly that it threatens to break out at any moment. When it does, the revelation of what that agony has created leads to arguably M. Night Shyamalan's best twist ever, and the film comes to a close. Jackson, on the other hand, is terrific as a character who never wants to be vulnerable again. Number 3, Marquis Warren, Indiana. The Hateful Eight, 2015. The Hateful Eight's Marquis Warren, a cruel, ferociously violent bounty hunter, may be Samuel L. Jackson's best performance of the 21st century. Warren is enraged for good reason from the opening shot of the film, and his rage is hypnotizing. Warren oozes venom, and it's a tribute to Jackson's abilities that he manages to keep the audience's attention. Perhaps part of what makes Warren's wrath so memorable is Jackson's almost childlike delight in it. He chuckles as if he's been through so much that it's gotten legitimately amusing. It's the chuckle of someone who has lost touch with their humanity. If Quentin Tarantino's film The Hateful Eight is a microcosm of modern-day American culture, Warren is a genuine, breathing reminder of its horrors. As a perpetrator and a victim of heinous, horrible brutality, this persona, as well as this performance, will be remembered for a long time. Number 2, Mitch Hennessy in The Long Kiss Goodnight, 1996. Many of Jackson's most memorable characters are the most strong, intelligent, and terrifying men in the room. One of his best, on the other hand, depicts a tough person who doesn't always have everything under control. Jackson riffs on his image of flawless 90s cool while practicing for a similar part in Captain Marvel in The Long Kiss Goodnight, as Geena Davis' amnesiac suburban mom tries to piece together her history. Jackson's slick private eye is matched with her. Davis's facade, however, isn't what it seems, as her odd amnesia begins to give way to Jason Bourne-style covert skills. The fact that the film is so wonderful plays a role in this choice, but Jackson makes the most of it and appears to be having a great time in it. Without Jackson's shocked reaction shots, which elevate every scene of hyperviolence to new heights, the film would be half as excellent. Number 1, Jules Winnfield in Pulp Fiction, 1994. I'm not sure what else it might be. Jackson plays Jules Winnfield, a burger-loving hitman who is at the center of several of the film's chapters, in the part that would define his career. While much has been made about Jackson's other two scenes in the film, his closing sequence in the film may be his best. Winnfield finds himself in the middle of a difficult robbery just hours after a severe crisis of faith. Jules, in an attempt to maintain his cool, talks the various parties down to a peaceful solution and, in the process, makes them play a game. In the end, Jackson plays a game with his audience in practically every part. What is the true nature of his personality, and how do they fight it? Jackson's answer, like that of all great actors, is continually changing. That's a wrap for our today's video. Hope you have gained some knowledge from the video. If you are having some suggestions for us, do let us know in the comments section below. And make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more future updates.